Italian Riviera, a special part of the world full of really old rich people. Now, here's the thing about being old and rich. You can't be wasting time sitting in traffic and looking for parking. Life is too short, especially for you. Which is why the ideal car for the affluent, aged Riviera dweller is not a Bentley or a Ferrari. It's this. This is the Microlino, and technically, it's the fastest car in the world. Now, the eagle-eyed Microlino aficionado may have noticed that this is no regular Lino. It's the new Spiaggina model, which, following in the footsteps of iconic vehicles like the Citroën Mahari, is designed to be the ultimate Riviera runabout. So that means you get all the usual Microlino goodness, the fantastic design, the compact dimensions that enable 3 of these cars to fit into 1 parking space, the front door that enables you to park really close to other vehicles and then step straight out onto the pavement. You get all of that, but we've also gained, or lost, I should say, windows. There are none at all. Rear windscreen. The roof has a little fabric roll top here, but the whole piece can be removed entirely. And if you're looking at this and thinking, well, that all looks fantastic, but I want one and I live in Swindon, fear not, because the interior has also been lightly weatherproofed. Wouldn't recommend driving one of these in Swindon, mind, because the boot space isn't exactly secure.
Love the Fully Charged show? Then you'll love our live Everything Electric exhibitions around the world. Next up, Vancouver.
Oh, does it feel good to be back behind the wheel of a Microlino? Here's the thing you need to know about this car. It's a spreader of joy. Recently the Renault 5 came along and it reminded us of the power of great design. That's a car that is so fantastic to look at that it's captured the imaginations, even of non-car people. Even they look at it and crack a smile when it drives past. And this is that on steroids. I put it to you that this car has more charm and charisma in its weird protruding headlamps than any full-size car on sale today. Just everywhere you go in this thing, it's happy faces, smiles everywhere. I've learned a new Italian phrase this morning because I've heard it 100 times already. Che bella macchina! And the joyousness of the Microlino experience is only added to by chopping the roof off. Admittedly, the standard car has a lovely big retractable sunroof, but this is better still. I'm basically outside right now. Admittedly, completely useless and impractical in most parts of the world on most days of the year. But here, today, couldn't think of anything better. Now, it's been a little while since I drove a Microlino, and the last one I drove was a really early example, and I tell you what, it's come a very long way since then. They've not done like a midlife facelift. Instead, like Tesla, they've just been quietly, iteratively improving it over the course of production. So, the motor is new, it's much smoother, less jerky, a little bit quieter, but still has that whine, which I really like. The steering is a lot more refined, the suspension is much improved. It was a little bit agricultural, shall we say, on early examples. It's much, much better now. But it's still a microcar, and all of that just makes it even more delightful to drive. Look at this road I'm on. This is what it's all about. A normal car barely fits down here, but me, I'm taking the racing line through corners. I'm driving at 9/10 here. Driving a slow car fast, infinitely more fun than driving a fast car slow. Why, oh why, haven't microcars like this made it to the UK yet? It's a travesty.
We're really excited to partner with Duracell Energy to showcase their amazing renewable energy solutions. If you want to reduce your energy bills and join the renewable energy transition, installing home battery storage and solar panels at home is a great way to start. Duracell Energy's ecosystem of products typically partners with solar panels, but they can be just as effective without it, particularly for electric vehicle owners or anyone looking to take control of their energy. And with Duracell Energy's Platinum Homeowner offer, viewers can get a custom service that pairs you with top quality products and the best installers in your area. Plus, Duracell Energy's batteries, inverters and EV chargers work together on one easy to use app. With features like dynamic tariff integration and grid services, you'll be able to maximise your return. Ready to get started? You can get your quote today. And don't forget, we're also giving away a Duracell Energy Bunny in every episode. Just answer the question about fully charged by following the link in the description. Good luck!
And I have to admit, I have a soft spot for this car, for this brand, and that's for a couple of reasons. First of all, the first ever video we filmed with the Microlino is one of the most viewed videos I've ever made and one of my personal favourites. But also, I'm just so happy to see these guys not just surviving, but thriving. One of the worst parts of my job is I go around the world visiting these fledgling companies with brilliant ideas, and 9 times out of 10, they don't make it. They don't make it to production, or they don't last much longer than that, and it's heartbreaking. These guys are a rare thing. They're an automotive success story. There's not been very many of those in the last few years, and it's all the more remarkable when you consider that that is basically the most expensive of the microcars. The standard Lino is £18,000. This one is more than 20. That's very Ferrari, by the way. Chop the roof off, give you less parts, charge you more money for it. And I think it just speaks to the fact that the design of the thing is so special that it just cuts through. It's like the Renault 5. People are buying that just because it's such a special object. And I think the same is true for the Microlino.
Now, you may think I'm exaggerating about how much time this car saves you, but you really would be surprised just how often a gap appears in traffic that a microcar could squeeze through, but a big car couldn't. You don't get to filter through traffic jams entirely, like a scooter does, but in town, the Microlino's 1.5 metre width certainly enables you to get where you're going a little faster. In fact, it's so easy to squeeze down small roads that we may have gotten a tad carried away at one point and accidentally driven down a pedestrian footpath, past a church. Still, no one shouted at us because who could get mad at this face? Where the Microlino really does save you a lot of time, however, is parking. It may be on the wider side for a microcar, but that front opening enables you to squeeze into tiny gaps without worrying about leaving any room to swing open a door. It's actually quite addictive trying to find the smallest possible space to squeeze into. And just imagine how much more parking space there would be if more cars were this size.
Now look, I'm not going to stand here and try and convince you that at £20,000 this car is a steal, but I will say that when you get up close, the quality and the attention to detail are so far beyond what you would ever expect for this sort of vehicle. This piece that houses the headlights and the wing mirrors belongs in an art gallery. The steering wheel, unique to the Spiaggina, with the wood finish and the metal spokes, exquisite. The fit and finish in general is just so high for a microcar. And then there's the really small things, the lovely little touches, like the little picture on the sport button of a Microlino with a rocket attached to its roof, like the beautiful leather handle for pulling the door closed, like the lovely rubberized button for opening the door. Or how about the fact that the door has soft close, like a Rolls Royce. And the one thing I'll never, ever get over with the Microlino is just how spacious it is inside. It is absolutely enormous in here. I've got the seat pushed all the way back, and it's almost too much legroom for me. And of course you can slide it forward to have a bigger boot, slide it back. Absolutely huge in here, even with a passenger in. Now, is there leg touching? There is. Did Louis accidentally press the accelerator when he was sat next to me yesterday? He did. But it's, all part of the charm. So, downsides of the Spiaggina. Well, I wouldn't really want to do road trips in it, even despite the fact that it's got a quoted range of up to 100 miles and is pretty quick. From a physics standpoint, you can only make a car this small so comfortable, and they've pretty much maxed it out. I think the ride would start to grate a little bit if you were to try and take this thing on an epic adventure. It is also devilishly expensive for what is essentially a fashion accessory. And oh yeah, it doesn't have any windows. But those aren't really downsides, are they? They are just facts of what it is. And this car isn't trying to be all things to all people. It is unapologetically niche. That's part of its charm. It simply wants to be the greatest ever Riviera runabout. And it absolutely nails it. Frankly, if one of these suits you and your lifestyle, things are going well for you. And can I just very, very quickly wax lyrical about microcars more generally, because I don't understand why they're not catching on in a bigger way in Britain, where our roads are tiny and congested. Imagine there was a car this size available to rent via an app on your phone, parked on the end of every street in every major city in Britain. Imagine how transformative that would be. How many people wouldn't need to own their own car anymore? It would be a complete game changer, and I really hope it becomes a reality one day, because a city full of cars like this is a happier city. So there we go, the Spiaggina. Che bella macchina! Please make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have been, thank you for watching.